All right, this is my review for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. All right, so one thing I did want to say about this is that it took me a while to. I'm still processing this movie, and I and excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. But the the thing about this movie is that it is a good movie. Obviously, it doesn't make you feel good if you've seen the movies. Very anxiety driven, and it's almost like a super terrible bad day throughout the whole movie. And it was still an enjoyable movie, but um, it just I think I was taking time to process this movie because like I think you could get a lot out of this movie. Like you could get a lot out of this film. Rose Byrne. First thing I gotta say about Rose Byrne, I always had a crush on Rose Byrne. Always, I love her. Ever since I seen her get him to the Greek and Neighbors, I've always loved Rose Byrne. She's going through it in this movie. She's having the worst time of life in this movie, pretty much, and I still think that she's a very pretty woman. But besides that, and she's really the main reason I went to see this movie because I like her, and also because I heard A$AP Rocky was in it, but he wasn't the real reason I went to see it. Rose Byrne is like she's a star enough for me to like go to a theater that wasn't too close to me, and I wanted to see her performance because I haven't seen her in a big movie in a while. And I just hope the next movie she is in is more happy. I just like seeing her smile and just be quirky and everything like that. But this film, I would say this film is definitely what I took from it is, it's about pressure pressure in general. It could be pressure from motherhood. It could be pressure from the stresses of life, but pressure just in general. Pressure just the idea of pressure. You know what I mean? The idea of responsibility. And she's doing almost everything she can possibly do, and it's just like this whole movie. It's like I want her to win. Like I want to win for her, but there's nothing. This film doesn't give too much wins. It's like everything is knocking her down at every turn, and I could understand like certain things, like people need to breathe, all these type of things. Like she's a therapist, and then like she has a therapist friend. Well, not really a friend, she has her own therapist. And it's interesting because I used to know someone whose parent was a therapist. And or I should say I know someone whose parent is a therapist. But what I'm saying is this: some people who are therapists don't have therapists, and you need them, especially therapists, because like life gets crazy, and this movie shows you that. And sometimes you're in a really downward slope, and you just need to talk to someone, or you just need to like get that pressure out. And I do think that a lot of people who see this movie, they're gonna be able to take a lot of different things from it, especially with I think there's like a big hole in her wall and in her roof, and that's one of the reasons she has to like move out of her apartment and like into a hotel, and it kind of like turns her life upside down in a lot of different things in a lot of various ways, and her dealing with her daughter and everything like that. And her daughter has a condition, but the film can be taken so much different ways. Even what I just said there, her daughter has a condition. The way this movie is almost played out is almost like her daughter almost doesn't have a condition. And the reason I say that is because it's just I think I would need to watch it again, but I don't want to experience this again. But I would just for Rose Byrne. I'll follow her to any movie. But the thing is, she the way this film in the beginning is almost like her daughter's passed away, and I thought that for a long period of time until the end where you still see their daughter and other people interacting with her, because they shoot the film like totally almost just for Rose Byrne's perspective. So like when she's walking and talking to her daughter, you don't see her daughter's face. You see her daughter's top of her hair. When she's giving her daughter breakfast, you see her daughter's hand. You see her daughter's feet. Like it's like you see everything from you. It's not from her point of view. It's not like from her aspect, like just like her looking at stuff. But it's like every time it's shot, it's like especially when she's with her daughter, it's like you don't see her daughter, you just see her. So that's why I thought maybe her daughter was a ghost at some point, because maybe she was stressed out and that's what I was thinking of. But then you end up, her daughter's actually alive, is what it really seems like towards the end. And but it's just interesting the way they do it. And then also, like, A$AP Rocky was very good. Very good. I got a shout out to him. He was very good. I'm saying he's almost playing himself, but I don't even know him, so I can't say he's really playing himself. But he just seems like a cool, suave guy in everything I've seen him in so far. But I think that's part of his nature. He just has that charisma. So I guess it depends if he does something really different. But he is good. It's not like he's not good. He's good. It just felt like he's still ASAP, but he's good. But anyways, all the actors in here did a great job. I just felt like the world was falling the whole film, and I wanted the world to be bright for her a little bit. And I think a lot of women who see this movie who know what being a mother is, I think they will take something totally different from what I may take from it as well. But the thing is, even me having a mom and knowing moms and different things like that, like obviously I'm never gonna know because I'm not a woman. But the point is, I understand pressure. Everyone can understand the weight of responsibilities if you ever had responsibilities, especially dealing with children and being responsible for another life. And like I said, my theater it wasn't packed, but there was a lot of women alone in the movie, and I think it was mainly because Rose Byrne is she's awesome, and also because, like I said, I saw the trailer for this, and the trailer didn't give too much away. All I just remember was seeing Rose Byrne, and I just thought like I don't know, I just thought like I don't know, it's something made me want to watch it, but it didn't give too much away, and that's why I wanted to see it. I wanted to see what it was about, and I'm happy the trailer didn't give too much away because then I don't think I would have seen it, but also because it's part of the journey, her exploring this almost chasm of a downfall in her life at this moment is what she's feeling like, you know what I mean? And they keep showing this roof, this hole in her roof, and I think that can be looked at as a metaphor for a lot of different things, you know what I mean? Just feeling down, or just feeling like you're trying to get out from something, you know what I mean? And the guy who plays Rose Byrne's husband, the actor who's her husband, he's a great actor, and he's in it only a little bit at the end. You just hear his voice through the whole thing because he's on a trip he's not on a trip, but he's on a work trip because I think he's a Navy he works for the Navy, so I think he's in the ocean. But the point is, he comes in towards the end and tries to fix stuff, but it's like he comes too late and so much stuff has already happened and things are already going awry, and like Rose Byrne tried to, like, there's so much things that happen, so much things, like like so much insane things happen, and she just pulled through the ringer. And it's just like, I think part of the reason why I like this movie is because even though I wanted her to have an upswing, like maybe you could say her upswing is when her husband came and he like helped and he fixed the hole, and he was like, but when he came, it was already so much stuff that she already been through, you know what I mean? Like, he's on work, I understand he's on work, and like she has to work too, but he's away. But when he comes back, maybe that could be the upswing if you're looking for a silver lining, that he comes and he fixed the hole, and it seems like she's gonna have help. But the thing is, sometimes you go through life and you go through these dark moments, and if you can't hold us together for those moments, then I mean, it hits, it's just like, sometimes it feels like it's never gonna end, you know what I mean? And I think that I'm grateful that I do have like more of a half guy full kind of mindset, because sometimes stuff happens and I'm just like, like, it just, sometimes things can happen to you, you just feel like, dang, like you need to get out that place, you know what I mean? And it's just, hold on just a little bit, you might have that help coming, or you might have something coming. So that's what I could think about if there was any type of silver lining, maybe, because it seemed like when he came, he was an upstanding guy, and he seemed like, he was there, he fixed the problem, and it seemed like he was gonna be there for her when he was there. But when they were having conversations on the phone, it was super hectic throughout the movie. I was just like, dang, like I wanted her to have more of a compassionate partner, but it seemed like they were both, it was just like, it was just a bad timing thing, because every time they called each other, they were on the phone, it was like something crazy was happening, and then a lot of stuff was going on with her daughter. So it was intense film for sure. But I do think there's a lot of themes that can be pulled from this movie, other than motherhood and other than the pressures of life, and also depression and different things like that. And then there's a character who like runs away, that she I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a character that's one of her therapist clients, and something happens where they can't find them. And it's like, I like that they introduced that character, because it kind of showed like something that she does towards the end, where she needs to kind of get away for a moment, and it kind of showed that, like, that weight, and how like sometimes you just need to escape, you know what I mean? And maybe it might not be that you're leaving forever, but you just need that breather, And I could see, like, it's just intense. It was just intense. but I think her performance was amazing. And I don't think that they will give her Oscar for this because there's just so much stuff, so many other movies and stuff. But I think that she should be recognized because she bodied this whole movie. Like, she is the reason the movie works. If you don't have the right actress in the role or the right actor in the role who's like gonna like take this crazy bad day and show you that it's really affecting them, then you're not gonna be with it. I believed everything. Everything that happened in this movie, I believed it. Like, so even ASAP was good. Something happens to ASAP where all I'm gonna say is something happens to him. And when that happens to him, I believe it. I'm like, God damn, I can't believe that happened to you, bro. Like, everyone was believable. Down to the people you don't even feel like are nice in this movie. But she was very, very cool. She was very cool. And it's just like, her performance is magnetic. It's magnetic and it's real. It's raw. Her performance is so raw that when I was watching it, even though I had anxiety the whole time and I wanted her to have a good day, I'm just like, damn, I feel for her. Like, that's what part of the reason why I don't really want to watch it again. But I know if I were to watch it again, I probably would explore some more themes and different aspects of it. But she really makes you feel this movie. She makes you feel how she's feeling for sure. And she was great. So shout out to Rose Byrne, and she's awesome. Pretty woman, pretty lady. So hopefully they make a Neighbors 3 and I can see her again in something happy, or I don't know, I'll go check out some other stuff she's in. But yep. All right. So I just had to jump back in here from the future because I did want to mention something that I did want to make sure I put in this review, which I think is very important to the film, which is that a Mr. Conan O'Brien is amazing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his name's Conan. Yeah, Conan O'Brien. So he plays one of the therapists, and he is honestly legendary. I'm saying legendary, and I'm like, I mean, obviously, if it was a different actor I didn't know, I would say their performance was good. But I think I'm thinking it's so good because I think it's Conan. Or maybe I wasn't expecting to see him there, and I'm so used to him being comedic. He's definitely more serious, but he's playing this therapist who is therapizing another therapist, Rose Byrne's character. She's trying to help her, or at least he's trying. But he seems like he's trying, but it seems like he's almost. I wouldn't even say that he's a very good therapist. I would say maybe he is a good therapist, but I think he's treating Rose Byrne not as much as he should as a real client. I mean, he is, but almost to a fault. Like, I feel like he's losing. He has lost touch of some type of empathy a little bit in his therapizing. He doesn't have to care about everything, but he can at least try to give her some form of answer, But the things, I understand him when he's therapizing her. Everyone, you can't just tell them the answer to their problems. It doesn't mean that you have the answer. Some people don't even want the answer. They just want to talk. So I think part of his therapizing is just really listening and taking in for a while. But Rose Byrne, she just needs the answers at some point. She just wants someone to tell her what to do because she's going through so much, and she needs that sense of direction. And their relationship is very, it can get very volatile because it's a work environment, but then they also have real therapists. But then when she needs therapizing, she like really wants to talk to him. And then when things happen, she like looks at him as a friend, but they're not really friends, they're coworkers. So it's like a big kind of thing. But Conan, all through it, he's very professional. He's in that character. Like, when you see him, obviously, if you know who Conan is, you see, okay, that's Conan O'Brien. But he is that character. He's not Conan. He's that therapist. I fully believe he's that therapist. And he's such in that character in the film that, like, it's almost like definitely like a noteworthy addition. Like, if you're talking about the movie, like, I stopped my review and came back and said, I need to put him in here and talk about him because his performance is that good. And it's just that interesting relationship between therapists and therapists and how therapists need therapists. So it's just an interesting thing they did there. But Conan, he brings something to the character. I feel like a rawness, a very raw nature to it. So that's pretty much it. And let's get back to where the review is going. That's pretty much it. And I didn't know that I'll be talking about that, but it was really interesting film. Check it out if you like. It's Deja Know the Name, Spread Love and Light, and let me know what you think. If you got any themes for me, or if you're a mother, or different things like that. Like, what made you like see this movie, and what did it make you kind of feel? You know what I mean? If there's anything you could extrapolate from that I didn't. But anyways, take care and spread love and light. And it's Deja Know the Name.